Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome. So I'm just going to affirm that you all want to sing right now. Let's sing together. Change for the better. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Morning. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens. We're so glad you're here, whether in person or in our virtual sanctuaries on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Delanne Haslam, and I'm so happy to welcome you today. Love streamers, please let us know where you're streaming from and interact with each other online like we get to here. Our practitioner serving today is Myrna Hurst. Sharing a reading and a time of sacred silence before leading us in prayer. And our practitioner emeritus, Audrey Gum, is holding high watch throughout the service, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding for each one of us as we share this sacred time together. Our theme this month is Let Us Spring into Joy, and Reverend Cindy's talk is called Path to a Higher Consciousness. Our special music today is Rory Norseth. Next week's speaker will again be Reverend Cindy. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so we can help make the world a better place. Please join me in saying our promise. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we wish to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all living creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talents, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. Thank you. Do we have any first-time visitors today? Would you like to raise your hand? We'd love to welcome you. Welcome. If you haven't done so yet, we've got some information for you at our hospitality table and a copy of the Science of Mind magazine as a gift for you. And thank you so much for joining us. We affirm for you and everyone here that you will experience a blessing here this morning. Before I share briefly what's coming up, please remember you can find out anything you'd like to about our center on our website, spirituallyfree.org. You can register for classes, donate, submit a prayer request, and more. And if you're here in person, you can check out the flyers on our wall and do many of those same things with our hospitality team at the table. Our ongoing events are book studies held every Sunday at 9:30 in the classroom downstairs, room 102. And May's book will be Wild Mercy, Living the Fierce and Tender Wisdom of the Women Mystics by Mirabai Starr. Remember, every week we have a meditation here in the sanctuary before service at 10:30. It's a great way to start your Sunday. Every Wednesday at noon we have a practitioner-led meditation on Facebook that you can watch live or at your convenience. And next Sunday is our first Sunday, so remember visioning potluck. Bring your dish to share and add your energy to the collective consciousness as we vision for our greatest yet to be. And don't worry if you've never visioned, there will be someone there to explain the simple process. It's also something you can use in your own life, so please join us. Every second Sunday of the month, we hold our Get to Know Us meeting right after the service in the classroom. And come learn more about us. You can find out what we believe, how the center functions, and how you can get involved. Our bake sale is going awesome. It's every third Sunday of the month, and this is a fundraiser for the center, so be sure to stock up on your goodies. And if you're going to share, please bring a typed up list of the ingredients so we can help keep people with allergies safe. Fourth Wednesday of the month is our Wednesday experience at 6 p.m. Join us in a safe space to share an experience of oneness, connection, wholeness, wonder, and expansiveness while creating community. Our LGBTQIA and ally support group will resume meeting on the fourth Saturday of the month at 11 a.m. That makes this May 24th for our next meeting. And remember, this is held in the classroom downstairs as well. Dates to remember. Well, tonight is the annual Interfaith Roundtable Sacred Music Evening at the Tabernacle. This is an evening of all kinds of dance and music, and there's no charge. The doors open at 5. Program begins at 6. Is that correct? And Rick, Shemaine, and myself will be performing a number. And there are some cards out on the hospitality table that give you all the information, the address, and time and everything. So please pick those up if you'd like to. June 20th, save the date, from 7 to 9, we're sponsoring an exclusive screening of Wolf's message at the Miller campus of Salt Lake Community College. Wolf was struck and killed by lightning, but came back with a very important message. Tickets are going fast and can be purchased at wolfsmessage.com. The last thing is save the date for June 22nd. We're going to have our summer solstice party with Unity at the Sugar House Park, and there will be more details to come. Finally, our center was founded on and is grounded in prayer. Prayer helps us deal with whatever comes our way and helps us recognize the spiritual purpose for whatever may be happening in our lives. Our trained practitioners can pray with you and help you know this if you're having a hard time knowing it for yourself. They're the ones wearing the purple stoles, and they'll be available in our practitioner room right after the service. You can also submit a prayer request online or in the lobby, and all of our practitioners will uplift you in prayer for the week. Now I invite you to allow Myrna's reading, a time of sacred silence, and the centering music to connect you with the spirit that lives within as we open our hearts for prayer.
There are more of you now than there were. Good morning. So this morning, and this is the last week, by the way, that we're using this book, Falling into the Arms of God. It's been a lovely, lovely experience all the way through. And the reading for today is from that book. She says, "You are unique. And so is your path to God. There are many roads to enter the Heavenly Father's kingdom, That's from John in the Bible. Teresa reminds us of John's words and reminds us to live by them no matter what we see others or what we feel we need to tell them. It could be that through our very interference, we are delaying a valuable lesson that they need to encounter. And what we are essentially saying is, come walk my path. I will show you the way. We all have the responsibility of developing our own paths. Yet we should be aware, running here or there, constantly seeking advice about which way we shall walk. No. Let's think about that for a moment, just in the silence.
Into the presence would I enter now, for I am surrounded by the love of God. Let me be still and listen to the truth. Let every voice but God's be still in me. Let me remember I am one with God. Peace to all others, they are one with me. Let me remember what my purpose is. Let all the world have love and peace with me. Let all the world have love and peace through
Into the presence. In this sweet space, right here in this room. And just as much in our virtual classroom out there, saying welcome. Together, here we are, as one. Moving into that presence, the divine. Each walking our own path, all setting our goal to be the same place, to find joy in living, to find God in every moment. And we know that this is possible. As I breathe into this moment, I recognize that divine power, that presence, that creative imagination, whatever we call the divine, right here, in and as me, in and as each of us. And I'm grateful to know that this power is mine to use, is yours to use, as we each create our own experience of living, as we each create our own path, our pathway home. So I use this creative imagination right now to imagine a world that works for everyone, a world in which we can relate one to another all of the time, knowing that there is only good. We can see beyond judgments and recognize that humankind is one great symphony. That we learn even more to share love one with another. And such a feeling of gratitude swells in my heart. Because as we know, the words we speak become the law in which we live. And so it is done. And we live in that symphony all of this day and all of our lives. And so it is.
Thank you, Myrna. I just love this song that Chris Kirch wrote, Rise and Shine. Seems like such a simple idea, but the energy and musicianship he showed in putting this idea into form is just beautiful. And I love it especially when you sing along. This is, let us spring into joy as we rise and shine. Let's sing along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Get up, don't let nothing get you down. See the light, even when they say it can't.
I'm pleased to introduce our special music. He always goes without saying.
I'm not sure what that means.
A great songwriter, a great person, a great addition to our band. And I just love the songs he's chosen for today. So enjoy the music of Rory Norseth.
Would like to point out that we have Delanne and Shemaine up here as well. Shemaine was hearing us warm up this morning, and I saw her kind of twitching like that. Do you want to sing? She never heard the song before, and she just nailed it. Rick sends us an email, a couple weeks into the month, so we know what's coming the next month. And so when Spring into Joy was the theme, it's a wonderful theme, Cindy. You can unpack it a lot of ways. So you know what I thought of when I read that?
What's that?
Mold.
Mold?
Mold.
You mean that stuff that grows at the bottom of an old shower curtain?
Not exactly. That's mildew. But
Oh.
That's an astute guess because they're very closely related organisms. What I was thinking about, actually, is if you go up in the foothills this time of year, glad I remembered to put that on. We'd have been a fourth off. If you go up in the foothills this time of year and you come to a spot where there's still a patch of snow that's melting off some pine needles, you might notice this too if you ever go hiking up there. It looks like somebody squirted toothpaste all over right where the snow's melting off. But that's not toothpaste. I mean, I don't know what would happen if you brushed your teeth with it. That is actually this very specific type of mold. It's very interesting. It lays dormant all summer, and then when there is a nice insulating blanket of snow, the spores open up, and in the dead of winter, ironically, it springs to life. And it breaks down the pine needles into their constituent molecular chains and elemental particles, in other words, nutrients. And then as the snow melts in the spring, the water carries these nutrients down into the soil. The tree roots pick them up, and last year's detritus becomes this year's greenery. That happens year after year after year all over the world in alpine and subalpine zones. Did you know, Delanne, that people are like that too?
How's that?
Yes, we do decay, though we interrupt it with embalming fluid and steel coffins and concrete vaults, but eventually we are all going to return to that cosmic stardust from whence we came. But on a spiritual and emotional level, when somebody we love passes away, they leave behind the nutrients for our souls to be nurtured and grow. See, I told you I could spin it.
Great job.
And this song that we're going to play, so I think emotions in that situation, they come in pairs, opposites. And the more sorrow that you feel, the greater the love. The more sadness, the greater the joy that you get to keep, right, as someone moves on. This song, I had to talk myself up because it's hard for me to get through it as someone who's learned to stuff my emotions. They come up. There's no more room at the emotions end. And I owe this one to a guy in the back of the room there. John recommended this song to me with the caveat I had to warn him so he could bring his tissues. So I would offer that to all of you. Know where there's a box of tissues. This is by an artist named Rodney Crowell. It's called I Know Love Is All I Need. And it has a beautiful chorus that you'll all be able to sing to if you would like to. We would love to hear that. One more button. So I'm an orphan now. I'm out here on my own, and it's hard to know where I belong. It comes as no surprise. It happens to us all. Just like the sun will rise, night will fall. And I know love is all I need. And I know love is all I need. And I know love is all I need. And that's all I know. There's an image I recall, picture on the wall of my mother on her wedding day. Young and naive, with nothing up her sleeve, but just those things that got lost along the way. And I know love is all I need. I know love is all I need. I know love is all I need. That's all I know. Well, there's a voice I hear. It comes in loud and clear. It's my Father's voice, and He's teaching me. He says that to be a man, you have got to be true to your word. And when you make a stand, you'll be heard. But I know love is all I need. But I know love is all I need. I know love is all I need. That's all I know. And I can't see it in my children. I can feel it with my wife. And I know it with these friends I have. So important to my life. I had a dream last night. I saw my mom and dad. They were happy now, and I was glad. They had a brand new house. They'd just moved in. When I awoke, they were gone again. And I know love is all I need. And I know love is all I need. And I know love is all I need. That's all I know. And I know love is all I need. And I know love is all I need. And I know love is all I need. That's all I know. And I know love is all we need. I know love is all we need. I know love is all we need. That's all we know.
Thank you for the tissue warning, Rory. Whew. I think we can go home now. We just had a very heart-opening service right here. I'm not going to rush. Let's just take it in. Feel the love in this room. Okay, I'm going to change gears here. How many people in this room were here at the expo yesterday? Oh, many of you. And how many people in this room supported the expo in some way? Stand up. Stand up. Some way. People in this room supported the expo. Yes, so let's just give a big round of applause to everybody. Christiane, are you here? Yes. Mel, you're here. The first thing I want to say is that Christiane and Kathy Hughes, they were the visionaries for this happening yesterday. I know Kathy's at home doing self-care, so she's watching. So let's all wave to Kathy and say thank you, Kathy. We love you. And I want Christiane to come up for a moment. My dear, these flowers are for you, a small token of gratitude from the center. We love you. We love that you love our center so much that you picked our place to bring back the expo. So thank you for bringing your friends and your spiritual family to us. Do you want to say anything? No?
Oh, you guys. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cassie. I told her yesterday, you schmoozed me. They took me out to lunch, and then they talked me into doing it, crawling out of my cave, and I'm just so blown away. Thank you, guys. I love you so much, and I love this center so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I just also want to really acknowledge Mel. So Mel is our new volunteer coordinator. Yes. Anything to do with volunteering, she's the one to see. And she didn't know what she was getting into yesterday. She had no idea, and yet pulled it off. They were here early the day before. They were here early that day. They were here late last night getting us set up again, making sure that Reverend Cindy had her purple tablecloth up here and all these little details, right? So I just want to say thank you, Mel. Yes. On to our path to higher consciousness. And I'm going to reread that reading that Myrna did so beautifully for us this morning from our book of the month called Falling into the Arms of God, written by Megan Dawn. And it's all about the meditations with Teresa of Avila. You are unique, and so is your pathway to God. There are so many roads to enter Heavenly Father's kingdom, from John 14:2. Teresa reminds us of John's words and reminds us to live by them no matter what we see in others or what we feel we need to tell them. It could be that through our very interference, we are delaying a valuable lesson that they need to encounter. And what we are essentially saying is, come walk on my path. I will show you the way. We all have the responsibility of developing our own pathway. Yet we should be aware, running here or running there, constantly seeking advice about which way we should walk. And this is one of the reasons I love Teresa of Avila so much. Because she really taught and modeled and understood that we all have our own unique relationship with God, with Spirit, with whatever you call oneness. That's what I love about her writings. Now, here is a woman in those centuries where women didn't matter, where women weren't mystics, even though, boy, was she a mystic. And she held her ground. She didn't let anyone say that she wasn't mystical, that she wasn't connected to the one. You know, that last line, you know, seeking advice. I know many people, and I've been one of those people, that have asked people what I should do. You know those people, or have you been one of those people? What should I do? Even down to, I know people that will ask me, what should I order for lunch? I'm like, I don't know. What do you feel like? Right? We all have our answers inside. They're not in a book. They're not in Rory, although he's very smart. They're here. They're right here. Everything we need to know, the entire universe is right here. Carolyn Myss says from her book, Sacred Contracts, above all, remember that we are following different routes along the same general path that lead us all to the same final task, surrender of the self. So when talking about our path to higher consciousness, I go back to what I was taught by my teacher, Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. And what he teaches about consciousness is that there are 4 stages of consciousness. The stages are victim, victor, through me, and as me. Victim consciousness. Oh, we all know that one real well. Even if you don't admit it, we've all been victimized in some way, shape, or form. So victimize happens to me. Life appears to be governed by some external force and comes from the outside. Someone out there says, I should or I shouldn't. I can have or I can't have. That's victim consciousness. The next one is victor, to it. Or you start getting the fundamentals of how this universe works, how to manifest. You use affirmations, visualization, visioning, vision boards, and you recognize that you have some kind of control here. It's a great feeling as a new metaphysician. It's like, wow, I can create parking spots on demand. The parking goddess is for me. She's always for me. I always find a parking spot right in front. But see, that's still coming from an egoic place. When you're trying to manifest, that is the ego. Then there is through me, or being a vessel for spirit to work through my life. You start meditating and being mindful, and you have a mindset of openness and receptivity. Beginner's mind. If I ever hear myself saying, oh, I know this, it's a hard stop for me. Wait a minute. I don't know everything. What am I missing because I'm saying I know this? There's so much more. There's so many ways to proceed through life. And then finally, as me. Showing up as the one. Being that mystic that we are all. We are all modern day mystics on this planet. Especially I know this because you're in this room or you're watching virtually. You're called to be within this conversation. We're not out there being robotic and living our life as a victim of what we get and what we don't get and dealing with it and surviving and struggling. we use the tools in this place to be the conscious creators of our life. This is what I know about these stages of consciousness. I bounce between them all. Right? There are some areas of my life that I'm more through me and as me. There's some areas of my life that, I can be a victim or a victor. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's how life works. Now, I have a quick little example of bouncing into victim consciousness. And what I'm going to say about this is, I know in my younger years, I remember especially teenage and young adult years, I was a professional victim, let me tell you. I was good at it. It doesn't mean that it's left me completely, but what happens is I catch it sooner. I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on here? So a couple weeks ago, I got a call from my doctor's office. I was supposed to go there in a few days and have a checkup. And they said, your insurance changed and we no longer take it. So my appointment was on April 3rd, and it changed on April 1st that they no longer take the insurance that I had the few days before. And I admit, I went into victim consciousness. How can this be happening? I finally found a doctor I liked. Blah, 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 my mind goes. Very frustrated. And I caught myself. And I said, this thinking, this way of showing up in my life is not going to produce the results that I want. So I made some calls. And what happened was, when I first moved to Utah, my cousin is a doctor at the U. And he recommended a doctor for Bren and I. And I couldn't go see her because the insurance I had wouldn't work there. But Bren could see her because she's got Medicare. So anyway, Bren saw her and said, oh, she's delightful. I understand why Richard recommended her. And I was, well, I found someone I like. Well, because all of this happened, I called that doctor's office. The universe conspired for my good immediately. She's a doctor that doesn't take new patients. You all know what the medical system's like in this world these days, right? Not taking new patients. Within 24 hours, I had an appointment with this doctor that wasn't taking new patients, that already sees my wife, that knows my cousin very well, and I've already seen her, and she is awesome. So where was I? I was in victim consciousness saying, oh, woe is me. And yet the universe was conspiring for my good. So within my path of the higher consciousness, it doesn't mean that I didn't go to victim or victor, but it got me through me and as me. That's what the path is like. It's not a straight line. Not that I do anything straight, but it's not a straight line. Okay, I made myself blush. Okay. So I found this great quote from a Native American, they didn't say who. Do not allow others to make your path for you. It is your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can make it and walk it for you. Accept yourself and your actions. Own your thoughts. Speak up when you're wrong and apologize. Know your path at all times. And to do this, you must know yourself inside and out. Accept your gifts as well as your shortcomings. And grow each day with honesty, integrity, faith, and brotherhood. I have made myself what I am. That's what I strive for every day. So, for those moments that you witness yourself bouncing between these stages of consciousness, it's a gift, you guys. If you notice yourself having victimized thoughts, that is the gift. Because you notice it. And you can say, wait a minute, I want to do this differently. This isn't working for me. Or you notice yourself striving and trying to manifest. Notice it. No, I want to be the vessel. I want Spirit to work through my life, through my words, through my hands, through the things that I do, through all that calls me. And I want to know with every cell of my body that I am God, Goddess, light in form, here to do what I'm called to do. Only I can do. I can't do what Ruth does. I can't do what Bruce does. I can only do what I'm called to do. So, how do we choose a different path when we find ourselves there? When we go into those stages of consciousness and we realize that's really not serving my life. Well, right away, what I want to say is our behavior has to be different. If you want the same thing to happen over and over again, then do the same thing over and over again. If you want life to be different, you have to do things in a different way. It could be something really a minor tweak to your spiritual practice. It could be those moments when you're sitting on the couch and you're like, I'm not going out today. Maybe that's a time when it's time to go out. I found this great short story. It didn't have the author's name written down, but I thought this was perfect. It's called The Shortest Book in the World. Chapter 1, I walked down a path not seeing a dog. The dog bit me. Chapter 2, I walked down a path pretending not to see a dog. It bit me. Chapter 3, I walked down a path, saw a dog, but I let him bite me out of habit. Chapter 4, I walked down a path, saw a dog coming toward me, and ran from the dog. But the dog caught me and bit me anyway. Chapter 5, I walked down a different path. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Boy, isn't that life in a nugget? Right? You wonder why this keeps happening to me. Whether it's with health or wealth or in relationships, you got to pick a different path. And I don't know what your path is. Renelle, I don't know. All I can say is that we all have our answers inside. I know that for sure. Now, books, I'm not dissing books. I love to read books. And I especially love the books that we read around here. But my answers are not in that book. In that book, it might jog a memory of something different that I can be doing in my life. But the answer is right here. Nowhere else. It's not out there. It's not in any philosophy, any religion, any book, any person, any expert, any doctor. It's all right here. So I wanted to end in this way. By honoring the life and impact of Pope Francis. What an amazing spiritual man. This letter is written from Reverend Dr. Sony Cantrell Smith, right now CSL's spiritual leader. So close your eyes and listen. It is with deep reverence and a profound sense of shared humanity that we acknowledge the passing of Pope Francis, a spiritual leader who dedicated his life to compassion, peace, and service to others. In the spirit of the universal love, we at CSL extend our heartfelt condolences to our Catholic siblings around the world and to all who were touched by his message and example. Pope Francis embodied many of the sacred principles that align with the teachings of Science of Mind, such as unconditional love of spirit, the transformative power of forgiveness, and the call to be a healing presence in the world. His devotion to justice and care for the marginalized and the unwavering faith in the goodness of humanity are reflections of the divine expressing through and as him. In our philosophy, we affirm that life is eternal and that the soul, a perfect expression of God, continues on its infinite journey. We celebrate Pope Francis's transition as a sacred unfolding in the eternal life of spirit, his good works, always rooted in love, humility, and service, will continue to ripple beyond the boundaries of any one faith and inspire us all to live more consciously and courageously. Let us honor his memory with words and his actions by being a beneficial presence on this planet, lifting each other up and walking in the light of unity. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, comfort all who mourn and inspire us to carry his legacy forward in our own unique and meaningful ways. With love, Dr. Soni, spiritual leader. Let's pray. So just take in a nice deep breath. Breathe in the laughter, breathe in the tears, breathe in the love. It's with great gratitude that I begin this prayer. Grateful for this amazing Pope Francis. What a showing, what an example of high consciousness. How grateful he was shared with the world for as many years as he was, and how grateful that we all get to learn from this being of light and use him as an example for our lives. I'm also grateful for this beautiful April day, for this time of springing into joy. How grateful I am for this community, for Ernest Holmes and his writings of Science of Mind, and all of the beautiful teachers that inspired him, all the different religions that inspired him to take notes from what was common between them all and bring it to us in a beautiful scientific way so that we can use them as principles and practices and tools for our lives. Grateful, so grateful. Grateful to know there is only one power, one presence, one love, whether you call it God, Spirit, Allah, Jehovah, Hashem, the way, universe, light, love, energy, the divine matrix. So many names and yet only one. And it's everywhere. It's in the chairs that we sit on. It's in this building. It's in this state. It's in in this planet, in Mother Gaia. Every tree, every blossom, every bloom, every animal, every sentient being. Simply put, everywhere, omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, omniconsciousness, omni-love, omni, every moment of every day. And knowing that is the truth, I claim and know that I am one in the same as the one. I am the I am. I am here as the outpicturing. I am here as the hands, feet, and mouthpiece of the one. And I know this same truth of everybody within earshot of this prayer. That we can never be separate from what is present. This presence is everywhere, every moment of every day, within each of us, exactly the way we show up on this planet. Whether it's big and bold ways like Pope Francis, or in quiet, subtle ways when we open doors for people and smile at them and help our neighbors and love our family and support those who have less than us. We can never be separated from it because we are it. And knowing that, I say that we are in this moment of grief, of letting go of the loved ones that we've lost, and we've had a lot of loss in this room. We know that their expression on this earth has been left in ourselves, in our life, in our minds, in our hearts. I also know for our planet that these countries that are going through terrible things, that we get to ripple out the love that we have, the peace that we are, the peaceful existence that we can step into on a daily basis, helps this planet, helps every country, helps every person. So we do it on that basis. We stay in a peaceful state of mind. There's no peace that we hold to ourselves. We give it out. There's no love that we hold on just for ourselves. We give it out. There's no wealth that we just hold for ourselves. We give it out. Everything that we are born into, our birthright of being whole and complete and prosperous, abundant, filled and overflowing with love and joyous relationships, we get to give it out because it comes back. This reciprocal universe, it's such a beautiful place to give and receive. So I just make a space for you to say your name and the name of anyone that's in need of prayer today. You can say it silently or say it out loud. Go ahead and add that to this prayer vortex that we have created together. Yes, 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 yes. The universe is for us. The prayer requests have been heard. There's no denying. It just might be answered much brighter and bigger than you ever thought. It also might be answered in such a subtle way that you get a couple weeks down the line or a couple months or a couple years and you look back and say, oh my heaven, look what life has brought me. Look at what has been created because I asked and accepted and aligned with my good. That's what's happening here. So for this, I am so grateful. I am so thankful for this philosophy, this practice, these tools, this community, and for answered prayer. So we release it into these laws, into these spiritual principles that only work 100% of the time, 24/7, 365. They always work. So knowing that, together we anchor this prayer by saying, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you. So it's that time of circulation, another one of our spiritual practices. And what came through in the prayer was this reciprocal universe that we live in. You can only receive that which you are willing to let go of. So I'm not telling people to give away their rent money. No. I'm telling you to give from the overflow. That's what I do, and it's just been growing and growing and growing. Come on up, ushers, as everyone's preparing their gifts. I just want to first and foremost say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to those of you that give automatically. We know who you are, and we appreciate every pledge, every donation. Go ahead, ushers. Go ahead and go through the room. I know that it's just been a progression in my life that I can see the more I align with my good, the more that good comes, including my abundance. So last week, I talked about the new car thing. Thank you, Carl. We actually didn't buy that car that we had our eyes on because we took it to the mechanic, and the mechanic said, that car's been in an accident. Of course, it wasn't reported, but we did our due diligence and said, oh, that's not our car. So we're still in the hunt. But I'm so grateful that the universe is for my good. We didn't buy a car that had been in an accident that wasn't going to serve us in the long run. That's how I know I'm in the flow and living in alignment with my good. Thank you, Linda. Let's bless these gifts together by outstretching our heart through our hands and repeating after me, we are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
We get to give
We get to give
from the overflow
from the overflow
of abundance, knowing that
knowing that
it comes back multiplied abundantly.
it comes back multiplied abundantly.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
Thank you, everyone.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past is gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me.
Let's hear another original song from Roy Norseth.
Thank you for your patience while I switch guitars. Raj, did you know Did you know it's been proved using scientific method you can tell how cool somebody is by how often they switch guitars? This study was funded by Fender Corporation. They interviewed 3 stoners behind a dumpster at Guitar Center. And I believe them because they worked there. So I'd like to play with language. Colloquialisms, old sayings. And the first one I thought of is obscene. It's something about Nantucket. I'll leave it alone. But you ever heard the one? You ever heard the one? If wishes was fishes, we'd all have a fry. Right? Or you can't make a silk purse from a sow's ear. Right? So if you want to confuse the elderly, which is a lot of us in here, if wishes was fishes, we'd all have a silk purse. So there's one I've been toying with lately. It's Corinthians from the Bible, to look through a glass or look through a lens darkly, right? And then combine that with the definition of an optimist sees a glass half full versus a pessimist sees it half empty, right? So I see through a lens lightly to a glass half full. I believe it's a choice. Now, if your cup runneth over, that's another saying, okay? So that describes this song perfectly that I'm going to play. It's called Lens, but it's not in the song because they're both brand new. I can barely play this song the same twice, so who knows how it's going to come out. What's the worst that could happen? Those guys are smart. They're behind the dumpster, too. I just saw them. I wasn't one of them. Yeah. Have you ever flown on a plane, seen your world through the lens of a god on a tear going down in flames? Let me explain. There's a place I would like to be, a world that I can't unsee through the smoke and the flames, but I'm stuck in my brain. Have you ever ridden a train, seen the world through the eyes of a Pullman porter holding back his pride? Let's go for a ride. There's a world that he can't unsee, world that he's truly free. 5/5 of a man praying his children can. God hears all those prayers we've left unsaid. There comes a time when all bad things must end. Once I swam in the sea, I felt the pull of the deep cover me in a light like a gown. In love I was drowned, in a place I would like to be. All the friendly creatures there swimming with me, no one's alone. Felt like I was home. There's a place I would like to be, a world that I can't unsee, nobody's alone. Feels like coming home. Thank you. Okay, I can. Oh, actually, I need to.
Way to go, Rory. Thank you, Reverend Cindy.
I'm so
I
cool.
really enjoyed that talk. That was great. So many times I want to judge those levels of consciousness, you know, point at the lower ones and strive for the higher ones, and that acknowledgement that we do the serpentine thing with those levels of consciousness on our own path, right? That said, I'm sure glad I'm on the path with you, with all of you. Me too. At least I can bump into you once in a while, even though you do your own thing. And Reverend Cindy, I know you're not straight, but I appreciate you being straight with us all the time. I really appreciate your integrity, and you're quite a leader here, and I so appreciate that. Remember, practitioners are available after the service, right across the hall. If you can make it down to the Tabernacle tonight, enjoy a very eclectic program, dance and music, and we'll be there.
And
Be wonderful to see you.
the Utah Pipe Band will be there, and a Muslim call to prayer, a Sikh benediction, Hindu dancing, all sorts of stuff.
Gospel
great.
choir. Gospel choir with a band. Whoa. Rock the Tabernacle. How about that?
So that's 6 o'clock, and it's free. You can park in the conference center parking garage.
Yeah, free parking to the north of the Temple Square. I invite you to stand. Let's sing our closing song. Everybody's got a smile. I see a lot of them. Let's give it up. Give them all to the world. Yeah. Huh? 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4.
You feel like something's missing from your day to day. If you feel like something's missing from your day to day, just put a smile on your face and chase those blues away. 'Cause everybody's got a smile for the world. Everybody's got a smile for the world. You gotta let it shine bright, 'cause that's what it's for. Ain't no use in crying when your life has got you down. Ain't no use in crying when your life has got you down. Just put a smile on your face, you can turn your world around. Everybody's got a smile for the world. Everybody's got a smile for the world. You gotta let it shine bright, 'cause that's what it's for.
Nice.
I'm a vagabond on a well-worn path of trials and tribulations. I've been blind to everything except what's wrong. I was caught between some heavy rocks and various hard places. I've been numb to everything except the pain. But my soul pushes through the dim and darkness. With an open heart and mind, I begin to see I'm free to be all of me, because God has made me and God has given me all that I need to be free. I dance because I am joy, I love because I am love, I live because I am life, I shine because I am the light, I fly because I am freedom, I know because I am wisdom, I rise because I am power, I give because my cup is full. I'm free to be all of me, because God has made me and God has given me all that I need to be free. I dance because I am joy, I love because I am love, I live because I am life, I shine because I am the light, I fly because I am freedom, I know because I am wisdom, I rise because I am power, I give because my cup is full. I'm free to be all of me, because God has made me and God has given me all that I need to be free. God has given me all that I need to be
I'm gonna go with the moment. I'm gonna feel so free. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna go with the moment. I'm gonna feel so free. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance to the rhythm of the universe. Gonna lead my destiny. I'm gonna go